Most people lose the battle for their day before they even get out of bed. The moment they open their eyes, they reach for the phone. Messages, emails, news, opinions, problems, and other people's demands enter the mind before the mind has even returned to itself. Instead of beginning the day with peace, they begin with reaction. Instead of choosing their inner state, they let the world choose it for them. But the first 5 minutes after waking are not small. They are the doorway into the rest of the day. If you protect them, they can become a sacred ritual. In this video, we will explore how to use the first 5 minutes of your morning to set an intention for deep peace, clear focus, and inner strength. The way you begin your morning shapes the state of your mind for the rest of the day. The mind, just after waking, is soft, open, and unguarded. The body is still moving from sleep into wakefulness. The nervous system has not fully entered the speed of the day. There is a quiet space there, a small doorway before the world enters. But many people fill that doorway with a phone. Before the feet touch the floor, the mind is already pulled into messages, emails, news, comparison, urgency, other people's emotions, and other people's priorities. Instead of entering the day gently, the mind is pushed outward too quickly. This creates a reactive state. You are no longer choosing your morning. You are responding to whatever appears on the screen. In Buddhist wisdom, this first moment of awareness matters deeply. Practice does not only begin when we sit on a cushion. It begins the moment we wake up and notice the mind. This is sati, mindfulness, the simple act of knowing where the mind is. The morning mind is like still water. Whatever you place into it first will send ripples through everything that follows. If the first thing you place into it is noise, the mind begins to scatter. In Buddhist teaching, this scattering is close to pupanka, the spreading and multiplying of restless thoughts. The earlier the mind is pulled outward by noise, the harder it becomes to return to stillness later in the day. So before reaching for the phone, give yourself 1 minute. Feel the breath. Notice the quality of your mind before the world enters it. This 1 minute is already a form of morning meditation. Begin the day from the inside, not the outside. The morning mind is the most open mind of the day. Guard it gently. The first 5 minutes after waking can become a sacred pause between sleep and the world. Before the tasks begin, before the messages arrive, before the mind remembers all its worries, there is a small window of quiet. This window may seem simple, but it is powerful. You do not need 1 hour. You do not need a perfect meditation room. You do not need incense, music, or a complicated routine. You only need 5 protected minutes. In these 5 minutes, you gently tell your mind, I do not belong to the world yet. I return to myself first. This is not about avoiding life. It is about meeting life from a steadier place. In Buddhist tradition, the early morning has long been seen as a powerful time for practice. The mind, rising from deep rest, has not yet been filled with the usual patterns of the day. It has not yet been pulled into worry, planning, comparison, or reaction. It is still available. It is still easy to guide. For thousands of years, monks and practitioners have treated the first moments of waking not as a time to begin doing, but as a time to return to awareness. Before action, return to knowing. So protect this small space. Keep your phone away from your bed. Do not check notifications immediately. Sit up slowly. Let your eyes adjust to natural light. Feel the body waking up. Let the room remain quiet for a little longer. The goal is not to force peace. The goal is to stop disturbing the mind before it has found its center. The sacred pause is not about doing more. It is about protecting the mind before the world begins asking for it. Before you set an intention, your nervous system must first feel safe and calm. Many people try to focus while their body is already tense. They try to be productive while the mind is already overwhelmed. They try to be peaceful after they have already absorbed the noise of the world. But peace begins in the body. In the morning, do not rush. Let your first movements be slow. Before you stand up, notice the weight of your body. Feel the quietness of the room. Let your breath become gentle. When your feet touch the floor, feel the contact beneath you. Relax your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Soften your hands. Place one hand on your heart or your lower belly. Take a quiet breath in and let it out slowly. This simple moment tells your body, there is no emergency. I am here. I am safe. In Buddhist practice, mindfulness begins with the body. In the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha placed the body as the first foundation of mindfulness. This is called Kayagata Sati, sustained awareness of the body. The body is not separate from the mind. The body is where the mind often speaks first. A tight jaw, a tense chest, a shallow breath. These are signs that the mind has not yet found peace. So when you soften the body, you're also softening mental resistance. When you slow the breath, you're giving the mind a place to rest. Before you ask, what should I do today? First ask, can I return to my body? Find safety in the body first, and the mind will have a place to rest. A true intention is not a long list of goals. It is the inner quality you choose to carry through the day. Many people begin the morning by thinking about everything they need to finish. The mind immediately becomes busy. Emails, tasks, deadlines, responsibilities, people to answer, problems to solve. But before asking, what must I finish today? Ask a deeper question, who do I want to be today? Choose one word, only one. Calm, focused, patient, kind, present. This one word becomes the direction of your mind. But do not leave it as a vague idea. Make it specific. If someone speaks harshly, I will pause before responding. If I feel overwhelmed, I will return to my breath. If I feel distracted, I will come back to one task. If I feel impatient, I will soften my body before I speak. This turns intention from a thought into a lived practice. In Buddhist wisdom, intention is not a modern productivity tool. The Buddha taught that volition, the mental intention behind an action, is the seed of everything we do. Before we act through body, speech, or mind, there is first an inner movement, a direction. In Pali, this is called sadhana. So, setting a morning intention is not just planning. It is planting a seed in the mind before the day begins. That seed will quietly shape the direction of every choice that follows. After choosing your inner intention, ask one outward question. What is the one thing today that deserves my clearest mind? Not 10 things. 1. It may be a creative project, an important conversation, a decision, a study session, or a habit you keep postponing. This gives the day a center. When distractions appear later, you remember where your best energy belongs. Before the world gives you a direction, you already know where you're going. The breath turns an intention from an idea into something the body can actually feel. It is not enough to think, I want peace. The mind can say the words, but the body may still feel tight, restless, or distracted. So, in these first 5 minutes, do not only set an intention, breathe it into the body. Sit still, close your eyes, or gently lower your gaze. Let your hands rest naturally. Allow the shoulders to soften. There is nowhere else you need to be in this moment. Now breathe in slowly. Breathing in, I return to myself. Breathing out, I release the noise of the world. Take your time. Let the exhale be longer than the inhale. Feel the body becoming a little heavier, a little quieter, a little more present again. Breathing in, I carry my intention into this day. Breathing out, I let go of what is not mine to carry. Now connect the breath to the intention you chose. If your intention is calm, feel calm entering with the breath. If your intention is focus, feel steadiness in the breath. If your intention is patience, Feel softness in every exhale. Let the word become more than a thought. Let it become a feeling in the body. In Buddhist practice, the breath, anapana, is one of the most fundamental anchors of mindfulness. The breath is always here. It does not live in yesterday. It does not run ahead into tomorrow. It brings you back to this moment. And this is why your intention does not belong only to the morning. Later, when the day becomes loud or difficult, one conscious breath can bring you home again. When your intention is anchored in the breath, it becomes a place you can return to whenever the world becomes noisy. You have spent 5 minutes returning to yourself. Now, the world is waiting. The ritual does not end when you pick up your phone. The real practice begins when you re-enter the world. Eventually, you will check your messages. You will face responsibilities. You will hear opinions. You will meet delays, demands, and distractions. The world will not become silent just because you began your morning in peace. But now, you enter the world differently. You are not empty. You are anchored. Before opening your phone, pause for one final breath and remind yourself, I will not let the first notification decide my mood. I will respond from clarity, not from pressure. I can be available to the world without abandoning myself. This is important because Buddha's practice is not about escaping life. The Buddha did not teach us to disappear from the world. He taught us how to remain awake within it. In the Pali tradition, there is a word called sampajanya, clear comprehension. It is the ability to remain aware while acting, not only while sitting quietly, but while walking, speaking, working, replying to messages, and facing difficult people. The first 5 minutes of the morning are the moment you light the flame. The rest of the day is the practice of keeping it burning. When the day becomes noisy, return to one breath. Return to your intention. Return to the feeling you created in the first 5 minutes. You do not need to maintain it perfectly. You only need to remember that in any moment, you can come back. Protecting your peace does not mean avoiding the world. It means entering the world as a complete person without letting it take your inner center. You do not need to control the whole day. You only need to begin it with awareness. Before the world asks for your attention, return to yourself. Before the noise enters, touch silence. Before the tasks begin, choose your intention. A peaceful life is not built only through big decisions. It is built through small, sacred moments, repeated every morning, one day at a time. So tomorrow morning, do not rush to give your mind away. Pause. Breathe. Choose one intention. Protect your peace. Then step into the day from inner clarity. If this message reminded you to protect your morning peace, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a calmer start. The world can wait 5 minutes. Your peace cannot.